Well, hello everyone. Hi. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you have had a good day so far. Happy Friday, happy weekend, happy today. My name is Iman. Welcome to the Iman Show. Today we are going to talk about happiness, as we discussed before, and we are going to do more often. The plan is to talk about happiness every Friday. These happiness sessions are essentials, so close to my heart, and I really am hopeful that we can take something good out of these sessions. Well, to start, hi, so let's see, where are you joining from? I noticed that my friends are joining from all around. I already see some old friends, new friends. Hi. UK, Norway, Iran, Florida, UK, Belgium, Morocco, Malaysia, Paris, Algeria, Lebanon, Toronto, Lebanon again, Dubai, Bosnia, Syria, New Jersey, Germany, Egypt, Australia. Honestly, I didn't know this many countries are in this planet, on this planet so far. Germany again, Lebanon, Lithuania, and Lithuania, and Morocco, Luxembourg, Brazil. Love you all. Thank you for being here. It is a great honor to host you, and I really am hopeful that we can get something good out of this topic. So today, as always, we are going to talk with my friends from all around the world. I am so hopeful that we can have some new friends to join and keep this ball rolling. All right. Before we start to talk about happiness, I want you all to do something for me. Do me a favor and grab a piece of paper, and or maybe on your phone, or your phone is actually, you're watching me, maybe if you have another phone, and write down things that makes you happy. Simple question. Write down as many as you can recall, things that make you happy. Simply, it could be walking on the beach, or like just sitting and enjoying sunset, or having a cup of coffee, or a conversation with a friend, or anything that comes to your mind. If you write down this list, today we are going to talk about your list. So everyone who's joins me here on this call, I want you to mention at least three things that make you happy. What about that? And that would be our session today. We want to go through your list. So let's begin. All right. So let's see. I know that it's kind of like probably my first guest has, not the list is not ready, but it's okay. So we can improvise with our first guest and then we can continue with your list. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, I didn't think you were gonna escape.
Why? Why? Sorry,
Because
don't be sorry.
I thought there's too many people there.
Hi, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Nice to see you. How are you?
Good to see you too. How's everything?
Great. Everything is awesome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here as my first guest. And I know I can guess that your list is not ready because that just is super new.
I've had that list on my brain for many, many years.
Okay, okay, great. So please
So I appreciate
let's start with your introduction before we engage to this conversation. Would you please introduce yourself first?
I'm Shireen,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm an architect. I live in Los Angeles, and I'm visiting my parents in Iran right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, architect from Iran lives in Los Angeles, and you have your list on your mind, which is actually really good. So let's begin. So let's please give me three at least, three things that make you happy.
Three things that make me happy is first thing is that being healthy for me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish everyone to be healthy, but for me it's very important because I lost my sister due to cancer.
I'm sorry about that.
And thank you. And the second thing is to be at peace with myself, to know myself, to know what I want, to not to play with people's feelings, not to um, try to be something else. Because I see everyone as like, I'm not talking about the mask that everyone is wearing. I'm talking about like everyone has this mask and they're not themselves. They
Mm-hmm.
can't. It's like a trend, that, if you're yourself, you're like a, what do you call it? In, when I'm in America, it's still like that. In Europe, it's still like that. Paris, wherever I go, I've been to like 96 countries. And the only place that they didn't judge me and they didn't just look at me and say, oh, she's this or that, it was Africa. When I went to Africa, and it was eye-opening. It was so surreal because the people there, they don't judge you by the way you look or what you have or what you see. And the third thing is that I love is music. I can't live without music.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of my soul. It's part of my blood. I mean, it's under my skin. That's one of the reasons that I really like you and I follow you is because you play music, you dance really well, and you just bring joy to my heart.
Thank you.
And I love that. And I love that because I don't have that. I haven't had that for a long time. Since COVID, I
Mm-hmm.
haven't had that. And my parents are really old, so I don't go to parties or anything. And I don't know anybody in Iran, tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to Dorish's concert in Turkey.
Okay, that's good. That is something. Even thinking about that might brings you happiness as well. So you can add that to your list. Well, yeah, thank
Yes.
you. Let's just to summarize: being healthy, inner peace or authenticity, and music are in your list, and this brings you happiness. I hope that,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I invite you to watch this session to the end because we have something to do with this list, and you might need a piece of paper to write them down. Maybe that would be even better to have in on a piece of
Yeah,
paper.
I was in my bedroom
Yeah, I know.
and now I came.
Mhm. Well, thank you so much, Shirin, for joining. I hope that you can join more often, and we can talk.
This is my second time on
I
your
know, I
show
know.
and I love
We
it.
talk about. I hope that your parents. I remembered you the other day we talked. You said your parent don't feel good or like, yeah. So I hope that they are feeling better.
They're okay. They're
Hmm.
not really good, but I've come to terms to accept that, since my sister passed away, I can come to terms to accept if they go away, I'm very lonely because I'm the only child now.
Hmm.
And
I remember back
I
then you
accept
were
it.
struggling to make your decisions. Either you have to stay there with them or go back to US.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
apparently, it seems that you already made your decision, and I'm so glad that you find this inner peace and you're living your decision now.
Yeah, because you only have one mother and one father. That's
Hmm.
it.
This is that. I mean, of course, that's your call. That's your choice, and live without regret. That is the best way.
Exactly. I
Hmm.
agree with you.
Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. I hope that, yeah, so you can join more often and we talk more.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, please.
Um, there's a song that you sing by Michael Jackson that you're dancing to. I love his songs because I went to his concert
Hmm.
and I caught his hat.
Hmm.
So the hat is like worth a lot of money that I have in LA. And the song was Billie Jean, and I want you to just make something with Billie Jean because it just gives me such great vibes.
Yeah, I love that song too. Of course, I will use it definitely. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a good idea. I will.
Thank you
Hmm.
so much. You're so sweet.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Have a nice
Thank,
evening and good
thank
night.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Namaste. Take
Namaste.
care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So, health, inner peace, music on Shirin's list, of course, are important stuff to think about and feel happy. These are principles, of course, that these are important. Your list doesn't need to be sophisticated like this. I mean, so you just come up with anything that makes you feel better, makes you happy. Like sometimes, let's say, for example, I have a lot in my so many things in my on my list, but uh maybe if I want to come up with something, talking to people makes me happy, makes me happy, especially with old folks and elders makes me happy. Fixing something makes me happy, and getting up early in the morning makes me happy. These three are on my happy list. So just to give you an idea that how simple could it be. And yeah, of course, chocolate. Yeah, I can read your let's say, thank you. I can read your comments, and let's tonight. I wish we can talk to as many friends as we can, more and more and more. So we keep it short, sweet, fast, and let's go. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing?
Great. I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. Would you please introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Jessica, and I live in the Bay Area, San Francisco. Um, and I have just recently got back for a master's program, so I'm currently a student.
San Francisco student.
Yes.
If you mentioned what you're studying for?
Forensic investigations.
Investigation. I just understand the investigation thing.
Yeah, it's a process where you're looking for things.
Okay. Yeah, that's what they call investigation, of course. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so thank you for joining Jessica from San Francisco, investigation students. Mhm. Okay, so what is on your list of happiness?
I think probably top on my list, something that I like to do. I love smiling, but what makes me happy is when people smile back. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Another big one is not just the act of traveling, because I do love to travel and I travel often,
Hmm.
but it's the experience of meeting people who I don't know and for them sharing their lives, their culture, and food. Food is very important to me, and I love eating. So being able to experience all types of foods and the ancestry of all of it is really
Mhm.
just, it makes my heart sing.
Sharing culture and food.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
And dancing.
And dancing.
Yeah. She mentioned music earlier, and I guess music is a part of dancing for me. It's just something that kind of really sets you free and it takes you out of your own mind, and it just makes me happy.
Yeah, this takes you out of your mind. It's beautiful. I mean, that is the whole key of the key to happiness is to shut your brain down to just
Yeah.
because our brain is designed to consistently looking for a reason to be unhappy because its survivor depends on this. So the highest goal of the brain is to survive and is always looking for something to measure all the potential dangers and all the uh, let's say passive and active threats. But yeah, so dancing, music, sharing cultures, food, smile at people and people smile back like yeah, okay, beautiful, beautiful. That this is a list that so do you have them on the list sometimes or just you think about them? When was the last thing you think about this? Okay, what makes me happy?
I think about it often because I like being happy.
Mhm.
And I do find myself in moments where I'm not, or I'm questioning why I'm not. So I think about what actually does make me happy and why I'm not doing those things.
That's the reason that we need this such a list because sometimes we don't know like it happens a lot that sometimes I'm not sure what exactly is wrong with me but I'm not in a mood, I'm not happy, I don't know why, I just have this feeling. So go back to your list, pick something and start doing it. For you probably dancing or you're sitting at your window and smiling at people. I'm sure that works. Well, yeah. All right. Thank you, Jessica, for joining. It was really nice, pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah,
Make sure you join back more often, and if we have game nights, you can join, and we can have more fun.
that sounds fun.
Yeah.
I did hear one quote I wanted to share with you, and it had to do with happiness, and it went something along the lines of the way to be happy in life is to accept that you're never in control.
You never control.
You're never in control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are yeah. So the book that I'm reading now, I mean, it's the second time I just reread it after, like, when I finish the book. I just start reading it because that is I'm going to use it in my YouTube channel, like like piece of this book sometime. Soul for Happy by Gawdat, and he talks about some illusions that covers our happiness, the illusions that cover our happiness, and one of them is control. Control is an illusion. There are billions of things that I made a video about it. That one of these biggest illusions is that we think that we are in control, that we're not. Billions of things are happening out there. We have absolutely no control, and the only thing that we can control is our attitude and our actions.
Exactly.
And this,
your reactions.
yeah, the attitude and our action. Something happened. Okay, so it's not about what I have. It's not about what life gives me. It's about what I can make with it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you for the code as well. Thank you for joining me. It was nice. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah, pleasure.
Have a great day. Thank you. Bye. All right. See, smile. Smile at people, and people smile back, of course. Food. Food diversity, maybe. And sharing cultures. Dancing. Dancing. Oh my God. You don't underestimate dancing. Guys, I tell you. Just if you're not dancing sometimes by yourself, you're missing out. Put on music, uh, loud, as loud as you can, and dance. Sometimes smile at yourself in the mirror. That actually works too. Yeah. Okay, so beautiful. Let's see. Our list is growing, and we are having more guests. Now let's go to TikTok and talk to a TikTok friend. To be just. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, how are you?
Very well.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Would you please introduce yourself?
My name is Anastasia, and I'm from Cyprus, and I'm flight attendant.
Anastasia from Cyprus, flight attendant. How's it going?
Very well.
How was your day?
Busy. I came from a flight. It was long.
And I think this is the first time that we're talking here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I just follow you today.
Welcome. Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You had a very interesting videos. Very motivated.
Okay, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you for joining our community. Thank you for being here. So what is on your list of happiness? What brings you happiness?
Well, obviously flying.
Mm-hmm.
And gym. Like sport is important in my life.
Exercise?
Yeah. But I mean, like in the gym, it's like it's not only the exercise that you do in the gym. Like I do different kind of classes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say sport and shopping.
Shopping?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Very girlish.
Yeah. Okay. That is actually yeah. I mean, girlish. I don't know, but it seems that your happiness comes expensive. Flying, shopping, gym, of course, not that expensive, but the exercise is actually something good. But so these are on your list. Mm-hmm. And how lucky are you that your job brings you happiness? as a flight attendant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe that's why I choose it because,
Hmm.
as you say, yeah, traveling it's expensive. You cannot always like afford it
Hmm.
if you are not a millionaire. But yeah, you can. I mean, you can choose to do the job and bring your happiness, from what you love to do. So
Yeah, if you do what you love, you would never have to work for one day because this is not work, it's
exactly.
not labor. All right,
Indeed.
Anastasia from Cyprus, thank you for joining me. It was really nice to
Thank
talk
you.
to
It
you.
was nice talking to you.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Bye. And now we're waiting for Zainab. If Zainab cannot join, we go to Nilufar here on on Instagram.
Hi.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, hey, how are you?
Great. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you? Where are you now?
Mexico.
Mexico. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
And absolute at the same time to you.
okay. That's a bit. It's the best timing, right?
It's like my AirPods. So
Hmm. Can you hear me?
I can, but let me 1 second, please. Just 1 second.
This is the shade in Mexico, guys. If you are looking, if you want to be in Mexico, this is like the shade in
Okay.
Mexico.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm from Canada, Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm connecting to your chat from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
This is perfect. Yeah.
Thank you. So Nilufar from Canada,
Yeah. Yeah.
Van-
Vancouver.
Vancouver, and
Yeah.
now you are in Mexico. And today is your birthday or tomorrow?
Actually, today is my birthday in my passport, but my actual birthday is tomorrow. So
Mm-hmm.
I will celebrate both.
Okay, okay, great. Well, so happy birthday. I remember that last week you sent me a message on Instagram. I said next week I want to join your call because it's my birthday.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
now here we go. You're here. And this
Yeah.
the topic today is about happiness. And
Okay.
so let us know what is on your list of happiness. What brings you happiness?
Okay. I'm turning 25, so that is my biggest happiness because I can see my 25 birthday,
Hmm.
and there is too much in my life that I can celebrate for. So I'm blessed for all of them, and yeah, that's all.
I want you to be specific and give me three simple things that bring, like could be a chocolate cake, could be a cup of coffee, or walking on the
Okay.
sand, or
Okay.
sorry, I have a call. So yeah, something like this.
Let me.
Sitting on the beach.
Okay.
Apparently, you like beach.
I do.
Hmm.
I do. Who don't? Um. Okay. In that side, I achieved many goals in my 25th. Really important for me, and I
Hmm.
can celebrate that. And again, I just can't thank you so much. Sorry. Um, and also my body. that is healthy. I can
Mhm.
celebrate that also. Um, and I can celebrate myself.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
that all are my happiness, and I really enjoyed it,
Hmm.
and I can celebrate it.
That is great, beautiful. Okay, thank you for joining, and
Thank you
the,
so much for having me.
yeah, thank you for being here. Happy birthday again, and I hope you enjoy your birthday
Thank
today
you
and
so much.
tomorrow, and enjoy the 25th anniversary of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say something important?
Hmm?
Yeah? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
تولد من 23 من خیلی اون رو عزیز میدونم، برای همین من 23 رو جشن میگیرم، به خاطر اینکه 11 فوریه میشه به میلادی، ولی 23 چیزی که مادر من براش میده
Mhm.
و من براش ارزش قائلم.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you for joining. Happy birthday again. All my friends are wishing you a happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just
I got it. What is
reading the comments. Bye.
Bye, bye. All right. See, this is the magic of this show. You can just pop in from Mexico on a resort and just you can enjoy our company and happy birthday. Yeah, so let's see. And from Mexico to Belgium in 3, 2, 1. بزرگ مهر حسین پور. I love you. Hello. Hi.
How are you?
Hey, how are you? Thank you. I just noticed that my best friend just dropped me a heart, and I was so excited to see him. Yeah, happiness is this. When you hear from a friend, he is the biggest artist in this my whole country. I can tell you, and he is one of the best. His name is Buzurg Mehr Hoseinpur, and I am going to
You can pin him.
pin his comment because it's been a while that we haven't talked. So guys, go check his stuff. He's actually a real shot. I mean, he's the biggest, in my opinion. His brain is like amazing. But well, yeah. So thank you for joining me. Hello, hi. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. It's great that you're doing this with the whole group, as we are all connected, and it's lovely to see people talking about what is important to them.
Mhm.
I'm reading the book, as you know, and I cannot put the book down.
Mhm.
So now that you are giving it even a three-dimensional possibility to follow up, it's like a double treat. So thank you for this.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you. And as you know, the happy list is important since you're reading the book, and now we are trying to come up with our list. At least each of everyone, wherever we are, we're really writing down this list. So let's talk about your list, if possible.
Yes, it came up like sometimes I just am needing a sorbet à la framboise, and that's I don't know why, but it seems at least 6 months that I really need that kind of ice cream, and I it's more than I can tell, and I never had that with food, and then good food. I love good food. I love to go to a restaurant or eat at a place, friends, and then lovely conversations. I I feed myself with conversations. But when I was a teenager, I would be on the phone all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and that I do not do anymore. I get exhausted when I'm on the phone. I can have a chat, but I'm not on the phone all the time. And just one little thing is those conversations. My mom was always phoning with her friends, and that helped me with the English. So at age 9, 8, she was talking about me to her friend,
I'm an only child on her side, so I think I was addicted to conversations because I heard what she said, and it got me into English because I was passive listening, eavesdropping. So she spoke about me, and I wanted to know what she was saying. So yes, lovely conversations are really nourishing.
Well, yeah, thank you. And it's always I notice that people love listening to you the way that it comes of So as you said, talking to people, having conversation with people makes you happy,
Yes.
and that's
Yes.
why like now things make sense. So that is why people enjoy listening to you, because you do it with love and you love to do it, and that's one of the uh, let's say misunderstanding about happiness, that we might sometimes we think that successful people are happy, but the fact is that happy people are successful.
Yes.
When you
Yes.
do something that makes you happy, you eventually will be successful.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
so
it comes.
mhm.
It grows actually. And when I think back, as I did as a researcher, I had to ask questions and not go into conversations, and that was really tough. But at the same time, I did motivational listening, like you're doing.
Mhm.
And when you listen carefully, with that kind of love that you give, um, people are feeling safe and they get healed, or at least they get seen and appreciated just by the action of listening. And so the lovely conversations can be two ways. I listen to the person, they listen to me, or it can be one way. And so now I enjoy also the conversations where I do not talk too much. And when you are an active listener or motivational one, in research at least, I got to know more about people. They confide more. It's like, okay, you leave me the space. I'm going to tell you more.
Mhm.
And well, at the time I was very happy because I had some extra data and some extra information. But I'm a former journalist too, and there you can suggest things, and you can ask a double question and another question, and I had to unlearn that to be a good researcher, as I was not allowed to suggest anything.
Leading
So those
questions.
are, sorry?
Leading questions.
Yes, leading questions. I was good at it, but I was not allowed to do so. So
Mhm.
I learned to be more quiet. But at the same time, when you are doing, I don't know why I'm telling about the research. Maybe because last time on the live you had a detective, now you had a forensic investigator.
The investigator,
Maybe,
yeah, that was something. I was just okay. It means you literally study how to investigate. Okay.
you're attracting really lovely people, and there is the active listening very important too. And why am I saying this? That we have a capacity as human beings to make ourselves happy, to make other people happy, even in silence. And although I love the conversations, I love to be quiet sometimes. Within that same conversation, I learn to be present,
Mhm.
and that a person can feel okay. I feel okay. We don't need to talk all the time. My mom was very talkative. She made me think that being talkative is important. So I thought when I was in a group that I had to talk all the time.
Mhm.
But that's not true. So I just wanted to give that also alongside, as it made me happier. Also, the music is important. I stopped with the music for 8 years consciously, but it was a special experience. But at the same time, it came back, running back when I had a health issue.
Mhm.
I did dancing before becoming a Muslim. I was into music, I was into singing, etc. I cut it all off, and then when I had the health issue, I, I, I needed it. So I understand that people love music, need to dance. It's very good for your body too, and that's also a conversation within yourself.
Yeah, that is true. The dancing, the music, it's kind of like a meditation. You brings you to another level of consciousness.
Yes, 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 absolutely.
Well, yeah, Victoria, thank you so much. It's always nice to hear from you and have you here on the calls. And yeah, so please show up. And I looking forward
Yes.
to hearing some of your poetries. I'm sure that you can drop some lines on the comment section after I posted this stuff
Yes,
about happiness
I
and
would love to.
yeah.
I would love to. So I'll share it, and I'll share the little anecdote about the post office employee in the comments about the smiling.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Smile more.
Yeah, smile.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for
Great
being
to-
here. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So music, ice cream, good food, conversation, good conversation, and smile. The happy list is growing, and I am looking forward to hear from you all. Let's go to our next guest. Hi. We can at least have like 10 more guests.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
What is this? This.
Okay, so give me 1 second. I am reaching somewhere. I'm parking my car.
Okay, you can join back. You can join back after the next guest.
No, okay, fine. All right.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, let me. Okay, fine.
What was that? Wow. All right. Yeah. That was loud. I don't know. It was something. Maybe it was something on the connection. Okay. So we are talking about happiness, and we want to hear from you all. 3 simple thing on your list that makes you happy. Simple, easy, fast. Let's do this. Hello.
Hey, how we doing?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Were you thank you for joining me. How are you doing? Were you able
I'm
to
good, I'm
make
good.
this duet thing on TikTok?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I just did it earlier.
Yeah, I didn't see it. So thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure and an honor.
I like your hair.
Thank you.
Okay, so would you please introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Rolando Navarro. I'm from Tampa, Florida.
Orlando from Tampa, Florida. Okay. And please go ahead.
All right, so happiness, watching the sunset and watching the sunrise is happiness for me.
Awesome. Sunset, sunrise.
Meditating is happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing my kids smile for the little things is happiness. And then helping families better themselves, or helping anybody in any kind of way help better themselves, is happiness for me. You know, I do a lot of motivational content. So every day I get comments and messages, and that's what brings me happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just started my business, my coaching business, and helping families financially. And the clients that I've had recently and their testimonies, that brings me happiness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is something to be appreciated and to know that what you do actually works, helps people. Yeah, but your list is rich, man. I tell you, sunset, sunrise, see your kids smiling and helping your family and friends, and these are all free.
Yep.
Watching sunset and sunrise, or your kids smiling, you don't have to pay thousands of dollars for them, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So this is
That's what brings me the most happiness.
and this is how you live a rich life. Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So I love your list. So let's talk a little bit more about your business. Would you mind talk about like we get to know you a little bit more?
Okay, so what I do is you know I'm with a company called United Wealth Education, and we coach families and anybody who's interested in bettering themselves financially, bettering their credit, you know, helping them get their debts paid off. We get certain so if you have anything on your credit, repos, evictions, medical bills, we help you get that erased.
Mhm.
We help your credit score go up. We help you if you have a goal of getting into a home or getting into a vehicle. We help you reach that goal in a faster amount of time.
Mhm.
So most of our clients see results within the first 90 days. They see results, you know, and within the 6 months, they're already getting into a new home or a new vehicle, whatever their goal might be. And, you know, the testimonies that we get, it's a blessing. That puts a smile on my face every day.
Mhm. And I can tell because I already watched your videos. I watched your posts before. I can tell your smile is something. You have a good smile. The energy in your smile is extremely high. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining me. It was really nice to talk to you. We already talked once before during the chat about the duet thing. You wanted to do the duet with my smile video.
Yep.
And I'm so glad that you did. I'm looking forward to watch it. I didn't watch it yet, but yeah, I will definitely look into it.
Thank you. And I love all your content, man. You do amazing content. Very motivational, very on point. I love it.
Thank you.
So keep up the great work.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining. Hopefully you can join more.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will.
Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye. Orlando from Tampa, Florida. Sunset, sunrise. Kids smile. My kids smile. Like, this is beautiful. And it makes you happy. Don't look into like weird stuff to find happiness. Look at this list. We will get to. I'm just writing. I'm just making notes. And let's go to TikTok. We try to keep it short and sweet and on point, bullet point, tap, 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 and then let's go there. All right, thank you. Hello.
Hello again. How you doing?
Zainab, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Zainab from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is everything going today?
Good. It's really good.
Okay, I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Yeah. Source of happiness for me is a lot, but I'll try to pick maybe top 3 for me.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is definitely top of the list is when I see my parents in a good health and happy and spend time with them. This is my main source of happiness and energy.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm around them, that's the greatest happiness I can get.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is chocolate, especially dark chocolate, and baking in general. So this is my hobby that I do in my free time if I'm not at work.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually when I spend time baking, work with chocolate. It's really made me happy. Especially I don't have to talk a lot. It's the opposite of my work. So it's really, I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one, it's for me at the end of the day when I put my head on the pillow and I achieve my goal for that day that I planned for, and realizing even unintentionally I didn't hurt anybody's feeling or that day went well. This is my best happiness. So basically the day ends with successful,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm happy to start another day.
Spending time with your parents, chocolate, baking, and the fact that you haven't hurt anyone's feeling makes you
And
happy.
achieve my goal for that day.
You achieve
that
your
I
goal.
planned.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As simple and practical as it is.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah. Thank you for your share. That was beautiful. This is it. I now I think that we are midway or halfway our session today. We are realizing that when you go to let's say your happy list, it's not something weird, it's not something extraordinary to bring you happiness, to bring you
Yeah.
happiness, like this is not magical stuff. This But the fact is that you come to self-awareness, you come to the point that because we all know, you just need to take time. And that's why I ask you all to take this time and make a list. We will talk more about the list, but yeah. So thank you for your share, Zainab.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you can join back on our game night this weekend, and we can have some fun.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye. All right, let's go back to Instagram. And 17 people on the list. Yeah, so I just want you to know that 17 people are waiting on this list. I try to keep it as fast as possible to talk to as many friends as we can. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry.
Is this a bathroom?
I was waiting for you.
Okay.
And I just want to buy.
I saw the thing. I don't know the shower thing. The shower has echo. So we are in a bathroom, guys. Just let you know. All right. I want to just give heads up. Okay. So thank you for are you in the gym?
Yes.
Okay. Beautiful. Great. Yeah. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
So would you
Thank you
please
for your time.
introduce yourself?
Yeah. My name is Mariam, and yes, I'm Mariam. Nice
Mariam.
to meet you,
And
everyone.
where are you connecting from, Mariam?
What did you say?
Where are you connecting from?
Now I'm in London.
London. Mariam from London.
Yes.
All right. So from gym, I think it's like around midnight.
Yes. Yeah. So
Okay.
many past 11.
Yeah. So definitely exercise makes you happy. I can put it on your list even before you say it.
Yes. Exercise makes me happy. Obviously, nutrition and good diet makes me happy. Because as you know, most of the serotonin is producing gut. So nutrition is one of the key ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say my main or my top three.
Mm-hmm.
I can say first, connecting to higher self or connecting to myself, which is not easy because I need to be fully mindful for that. I need to be fully present at the time, and I need to be mindful about my feelings, my sense, my body. But yeah, I think one of the main one is connecting to higher self, which is connecting to myself, deeply down to my higher self and my soul.
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, dancing, music, all of these kind of I can say not extreme activity. They are good. They are helpful. Sometimes music, like in a second, shifting or changing my mood or instantly changing my mood,
Mm-hmm.
makes me happy, makes me high. I do dance a lot. I do listen to
music a lot, but sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it's like I be listening to music, like a cool, high music, but doesn't make me anything. Because something inside is not right. Something inside is not uh, in the right place, or something inside is not uh, it's not working, or it's not. I don't know what word I have to use, but basically connecting to higher self and being fully present is one of the main top ones. And feeling grateful. Feeling grateful is one of them. I think I can say the second one makes me really, really happy because when I'm grateful, uh, everything. I mean, all of us. I'm sure all of us here they know about feeling grateful. How feeling grateful help us, but uh, yeah, connecting to higher self, being fully present, feeling grateful, and no judgmental, which is one of the hardest ones for me. Because narrative mind just wandering and keep working. Yes, no judgmental mindset, or no judging. I know it's, yeah, no judgment. I can say, which is really hard. It's not easy. Because if you are not mindful, you always forget. Yes, we judge here, we judge there. No judgment, no ego, which is the hardest one again. Um, yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So these are all good stuff that you mentioned. But give me something easy. Some, like, maybe one word, maybe something achievable, like right now, or like as we did discuss, like a smile or
Deep
sunset.
breathing.
What? Oh yeah,
Deep
deep breathing.
breathing.
Yeah, breathing
Deep
techniques.
breathing is really, really
Hmm.
easy. Everyone can do it, like everywhere.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter are you in a busy, like a busy environment at work,
Hmm.
or you lie down by the beach. Wherever you are, you can do the deep breathing,
Hmm.
and deep breathing for with fully present. The deep breathing with hearing the voice, see it everywhere, see your around, see your mind, see your thoughts, and just be fully present. I think it's the easiest one, I can
Yeah.
say.
So that's the achievable. Thank you, Maya.
Obviously, exercise. You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Of course, exercise is important as well. But I love the breathing part, which is achievable, easy to get, and just okay. So let's just get in. And well, yeah, thank you for your share. Thank you for joining. It was nice to talk to you. And make sure you come back.
Nice to meet you here.
Thank you.
No, I need to go home. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. Something about music, dancing, sometimes even extreme exercise, is that these are fun, and we need to learn that do not confuse them with happiness. As she said, these are the state of escape. It's good to have them, but these are not happiness. They just detach you from the state that you are at right now. So it's good to have them, especially harmless fun. And the most important part of harmless fun is to not harm someone else's life, happiness, and then yourself. But these are pleasures which are important. I don't say that the pleasure is not important, but we need to learn that have a happiness and pleasure are two different things. Pleasures get us out of the state of sadness, unhappiness, misery, but these are like painkillers. One shot and then they drop. And if we just rely on them, we go back on this thing and become kind of like addictive. So we need to be mindful about all of them, even exercise, music, dancing, to have a little bit of all every day. But so let's say 10 minutes of music, 5 minutes, 30 minutes of music, or like exercise must be under control. As long as you keep the balance, everything goes well. Yeah, so pleasure and happiness, these are two different concepts. Let's go back to Ozma. I hope that you're not driving anymore. Ozma, hello, hi.
How are you doing?
Last time you joined, it was just like loud sound of noise. I don't know what was that. Kind of like
I was in the car, and what I did was
you
that
need
I
to
had
get your
your
car.
phone
You
on.
need to get your car to the mechanic. I mean, like to the service. I mean, I tell you that the noise out there, it was not normal. It was like everything is all right.
I was coming back from Markham actually.
Mhm.
So I was just driving, and then somehow this phone was connected with my speaker.
Mhm.
So when it connects with my speaker,
Oh, that was the speaker noise in the background, not your car. Okay, good. I feel if your car sounds like this, stop driving. Call an Uber on me. No problem. Go home. Yeah. Don't drive this car.
you know what? I call you. That's better. Okay, good. Thank you.
No, I don't know how to take care of your car, but yeah, I can tell you this is not a car to drive. But well, thank you for joining today. So let's talk about your happy list.
My happy list. You know what, Dr. Iman? What should I say? Oh, I was thinking about that when you were talking to other guests.
Mhm.
You know what? Happiness to me, when when small babies, when there's tiny babies, and then, they look at the way they look at their mother, they keep on staring for no end. That is happiness. And then somebody is like really, really thirsty. I'm coming from a very warm country where people are walking sometimes on the roads and it's too strong a sun. Giving them water and looking at their face expressions after that is happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Then, birds feeding their babies, putting things in their beak.
Mm-hmm.
That tickles me. That's happiness. That's so much happiness. And then simplest of the things, my work. My work, I love my work. I'm workaholic. I wanted to share with you for such a long time, but I didn't get a chance. If you allow me, I can share with you something.
Please.
You know that I told you before that I'm a designer.
Mm-hmm.
I design commercial and residential spaces for people. I renovate. I build new spaces and stuff like that. We were talking about happiness and human relations and love and all of that. Strange thing, even though I'm not a therapist, I am not a psychiatrist or psychologist or nothing. But my work, the way it has exposed me to human psychology and the way it has exposed me to human emotions, it's amazing. I go to people's houses, they open their houses to me. The rooms that normal people won't go, I go everywhere in the house because I have to take measurements, I have to create a design. And then within the matter of a few minutes or maybe within the matter of, I come to know that what is the relationship of a mother with a child, husband with the wife, and what is the dynamic of all of that. I remember 2 years ago, now she's my best friend. 2 years ago, she invited me to renovate her house. She showed me her house top to bottom. It was a 2-story house. I went upstairs, took measurements, came downstairs, take measurements. She started liking the way I was working, so she finally wanted to sign a contract with me. And before the start date, she called me one day. She said that, you know how I would judge your work? I said, whichever way, you're my client. So let me know if anything I can help. I can just bring your dream to the reality. She said, scratch every memory of my husband from my house. I don't want my house to look like it reminds me of him.
Mm-hmm.
I went in there. I worked according to her liking and all of that. She gave me a beautiful review after that. You achieved your goal. It doesn't look like that he ever existed in there. Then other instance, there was a son who died of an accident. So the family called me to just, change his room into something else or whatever. So I went ahead do that. The way people react after their dreams come to reality, the happiness and the smile and the fulfillment that you see on people's faces, it's priceless. It's just from other people's emotions, your inner something triggers you inside. It makes your day. It makes your moment. And then sometimes it gets stuck in your head and it doesn't go and it becomes part of your life. You keep on going back and every time you think about it, it gives you a smile. That lady has become my best friend. Last weekend, I posted a lot of photos. She went tubing with me. We were laughing no end. We enjoyed like children. We were sitting in the tube, coming from up there, sliding down, up there, sliding down. We did it for 2 hours. No other happiness like that. I came back, I ate chocolate with the crepe and fruit on it. Oh my God, it turned out to be heavenly. That was heaven on a plate.
Heaven on a plate.
Heaven on a plate, I have to say. Good job.
All right, heaven on a plate.
My work is so fulfilling. I create a design, okay? And then once it starts transforming into reality, I feel like dancing around. I feel like doing a chicken dance all around the house. It's so fulfilling.
So you finally got your chicken dance.
Yeah, no, you know what? I just need an excuse to do the chicken dance. I can dance anytime. Oh my God, that's so good. And then food is good. Dance is good. Birds, flying. I go for a walk 5 kilometers every day, pretty much, after dinner. I go alone. It's rain, shine, minus degrees. I don't care. I dress up for the weather and I go. And then I get to see coyotes and I get to see, those deers in the woods and I get to see that. It's mesmerizing. There is nothing like that. Nature is beautiful. Beautiful. And things that money cannot purchase, that is beautiful.
All right. Yeah. So I can keep on writing on your list over and over. Nature, helping others, spending time with your best friends or friends and make them happy and make them smile. And
one more thing. Now you are happiness. You are happiness. You see that? What was the show you created? Oh, Valentine's Day. You're offering the flower to the world? You're just one person. How many people will pick up on you? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, that Valentine's Day video, I did one last year, and the idea was to invite my friends or like all around the world, my friends, and I don't want to call them followers, but my community to duet with me, make a video like side by side, because not everyone has to get it, like a Valentine's Day decent one that, these days, especially with all this COVID and stuff, you don't know. But, at least you can dress up, you can just, like make something out of it. Okay, so let's make this video for, just maybe even 1 minute, 2 minutes, a couple of minutes.
Beautiful. Actually, Robert, I saw such a potential in you. Why don't we just make a movie or something and you can play a protagonist in there? How about that? We have everybody here, they're so talented. Victoria writes, okay? Somebody probably is a director, somebody can hold a camera, okay? And I can just get that cream at the back and you just play the protagonist.
Yeah, okay. It's just I'm in. Let's do this. Let's make a video, like make a movie of me, and you scream in the back.
Yeah, I scream at the back.
Okay. Yeah, I think the Oscar goes to the lady screaming in the back. Okay.
Screaming at the back.
Yeah.
You know what? You have become, I guess what you have become now. You have become literally our family member. Literally family member. Like I live alone here. You are my family member. You are eating there, and you know what? I normally have my dinner at 6 o'clock, but you have it late all the time. When you eat, somehow I start feeling hungry. Either I'm eating my food and the second time
Yeah.
you're cooking, we are having music with you, we're talking to you, we are just writing to you, we keep on bothering you, take me in. We keep on sending messages.
Yeah, that's life. This is community. That's actually what we're doing here. This is it. Because yeah, this is we are reaching.
Call me if you need anything.
Mhm.
Call me.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a very strong and powerful woman. If you need anything, anyone harass you, call me.
Oh yeah, I keep it in mind. Thank you, Ozma. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your shares. Always lovely to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. Pleasure always.
Thank you. Enjoy your evening. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, the Oscar goes to the lady who was screaming on the back. And action. All right, so thank you on TikTok. Let's see. We still have time. We try to get more people, more and more. Let's see. Hearing from new friends and old friends and everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for joining me.
Can you see okay?
Yeah. So I got motion sickness.
Hello.
I'm trying to. Hi. Hey. How are you doing? Yeah. Now
I'm good.
here we go.
How are you?
Great. So would you please introduce yourself?
I'm all from Israel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Okay. So, what is on your list of happiness?
So I'm just doing like a coaching seminar this weekend, and we have a lot of. I'm also a coach, a life coach.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing a seminar on this weekend
Mm-hmm.
for 4 days, and it's just amazing when you can give so much love and so much tools to deal with your center. You know what I mean? I mean, we have our feelings, and we have our thoughts, and we have us in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And we teach people, we guide people to be in the center and to be controlled of our emotions and our thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just amazing feeling.
So let's to break it down a little bit. Like maybe come up with some phrase or like I don't know, one word, two words. Like I can see one of them is to help people.
Yeah.
Okay, so helping others make you happy.
Yeah.
Awesome. What else? It can be a chocolate cake. I mean, it can be a chocolate
What?
cake. It can be a chocolate cake, whatever it is. Just think about it. Dancing. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dancing make you happy.
So much. Yeah.
Mhm.
My friends makes me happy. I make me happy.
Oh, okay. I make me happy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
sure.
Yeah, that's a great share. Yeah, of course. So spending time with friends, dancing, helping others, and be self-aware, maybe to think about you and yourself and take care of yourself and appreciate and acknowledge yourself. Make you happy.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that is awesome. Well, that's a great
Thank
share.
you.
Thank you for joining. Make sure you join back sometimes and we can talk more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, Or.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. All right. So still have time. I try to keep it up fast and sweet. So let's see who else we have here to talk to. I try to find. I don't know if I can. Yes. Everyone can just send a request. I will invite you up. Friends on TikTok, I can see you. I see you. I just try to make it fast. I will come there soon. We still have time. Mhm. Helen.
Hello.
Hi. Hey. How are you? Nice to hear from you.
Very good. Yeah, just lots of work. So just had the opportunity. I often try and listen in when I can. I'm sort of like this buzzy bee that comes in and goes, "Hi everyone, bye," and I'm gone again. So
No, it's always
lovely to see you.
it's lovely to see
and
you
you're doing
too.
so well.
With this big, beautiful smile up. Yeah. So it's always great to
You're
see.
going so well. I've enjoyed listening to everybody's views on things and just the responses from people
Mhm.
on the screen and the chat, and just I really enjoyed that one on laughter that you did, and I remember that having a situation sort of similar to that. I was on the bus on the way to the hospital, and I was listening to this comedy show, and I was cracking up so hard that I was in tears.
Mhm.
I was laughing so much, and I looked up, and then I realized everybody else around me was just laughing so much and so hard at me laughing. So that was just great, and I really liked your take on that.
Oh yeah.
It's really good.
Thank you. And so let's talk about your happy list. What is on your list that makes you happy?
Honestly, eating really well. When I eat well, I'm happy on the inside, and then that just sort of comes to fruition on the outside. So when I listen to my body, when I talk to me, I'm always talking to myself. Like crazy person, always talking to myself. And so when I have that, that's what makes me happy. That conversation with, I know who I am. I know what my meaning for me is, that simplicity. So when I eat well, that's on my happy list. So when I don't eat well, I don't feel so great. And that kind of sits with you, and then that carries out with your actions towards yourself and others. And when I do yoga, so I do yoga often online, and I do it in person classes. So when I do that, it's that mental sort of clearness and happiness, and that just sort of comes out to everybody else. You don't try. It's there, and it's like the air all around you, because that's what you are on the inside with that. So they would be probably the top two sort of things, and having good deep, meaningful conversations with people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
being
Yeah.
able to do those as well.
Yeah. So listening to your body, acknowledging your body, and respecting your physical being, eating well, and yoga.
And having a good laugh. Just
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a fool. I will act quite. I would say, yeah, I have a very big childlike nature. I can be very serious because we have to be in our work. We have to be when you're looking at these kinds of people, and when you're dealing with trauma situations and things like this. You have to have your brain has to do that, but you also have to have that part where you let go and where people wonder like, how did you get through this? Let's go, and they wonder about you. And sometimes I have my friends and they go, I wonder about you sometimes, and I go, you know what?
Me too.
Me too.
No one me too.
And you have that laugh. I love having a good crack out, a good laugh, and not taking myself too serious.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
laughter with friends and people and family, or even laughing at myself. I laugh at myself quite a bit, and I just go, did you just do that? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
So yeah, having a good laugh,
Great.
and just bringing that to others as well. So yeah, being childlike. That's another thing. Yeah, childlike. Having that childlike curiosity, I would say, is probably my happiness, and that willingness to be childlike and to be curious. Yeah.
Curiosity.
What about you? What is yours?
I
What
will.
are yours?
Yeah, I talk about it, but maybe I can. My list is large. I can talk about what makes me happy. I try to come up with practical, simple things to help my friends to build up their list. Maybe waking up early in the morning makes me happy. Talking to people, especially elder people, makes me happy. And listening to birds. Listening to birds singing makes me happy. Looking at
That's a beautiful thing that you say. Listening to birds. About 2 days ago, and I stopped in the middle. I had my friend next to me, and I just stopped, and they went, "What are you doing?" I'm going, "Can you hear that?" For me, I'm also hearing impaired, so I say, "Can you hear that?" And it was I felt it, and it was so beautiful. And every time there's this house that has these beautiful roses in their garden, every time I stop, I stick my nose in it. I do the bee check first. I go, is there a bee in that? And then I go like this, and they're like, and one time I went for a walk with my friend, with my neighbor, and we were going past this garden with these roses. And I walked past it, and she went, "What are you doing?" And I went, "What?" She goes, "Aren't you going to sniff the flowers and stop for a minute and listen to the bird that's in the tree?" And I went, "Really? Yeah. Okay, cool. You got to join me though, So I love those things like that make me happy. That's beautiful that does that for you as well. Thank you for sharing that. That was something that brought up a happy memory. Happy memories make you happy, right?
Yeah, and fixing things make me happy. And something else that maybe you can actually provide us now. Do you have your Tibetan bowl now around?
I do, yes.
So
do you want me to do it?
Yeah, let's do this. That makes me happy too.
Okay, cool, awesome. I'll grab
Yeah, let me show my friends on other. Yeah, so let me show them that.
This makes me happy. That would be another thing. I like to do that when I stream yoga.
Let me see if
they
can take. Let's see if they can see it or not. No, it's not on
you.
yet.
I'll show everybody. So let me.
I was playing on the stage. That was not Tibetan bowl, guys. That was just my music here.
Let me see if I can pop it up here so I can show everybody. I don't know. Am I sideways? Am I right?
You are sideways, but it's okay. I mean,
okay.
we're here for the sound. We're here for the sound. You can be sideways.
All right, I'll try this. I'll try and pop it into the little holder that I have.
Okay. Okay, show the thing so I can use the
All right, can you hear?
my dirty mirror to show others. Okay, here we go. Can you show it? Can you keep it? Take it out. Just hold it up so can see.
All right,
We can.
volume. I'll just turn volume up.
Guys, you are about to
There we go.
witness something.
So this makes me happy. This is another thing that makes me happy. So
Let's
this is
see
my
if you can
beautiful
see it
ball.
or not. Can you see it? Yeah. So this is the ball. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they can see it now. Okay, let's go.
Right. Okay.
Whew. Wow, beautiful. Yeah. So this is
Have a little drum that goes with that too.
wow. See, you can feel happy with the ball.
Yeah, that's my happiness that I can share with you, beautiful
Mhm.
people. And the little one I have here is called a little drum.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get all three of them together, and I have a very big crystal, so that's very heavy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's sort of root-based chakra. So this one's it's very deep and resonating. So I'll do that for you. before some meditation, or I might do it a little bit after yoga. So I do it online, and I'll share that with whoever's on. And when it comes to Shavasana, so while people are relaxing and sort of resting to the final phase of their practice, then I'll play maybe all three of those sort of together. So yeah, the service to others is something that makes me quite happy. I mean, we just essentially while we go into the medical area, and as human beings, it's fundamentally what is called to happiness is service to others, and service that streams from that connection with divine, that connection with others, and it's something that no matter when you do that of heart, when you do that from that source, then it comes from you. It's almost what enters the room before you do, is your presence. So how you make people feel. It's like you could be the light even in the dark. So your heart emanates through divinity and through love, and that is what you are. It's not what you need to seek, you need to find. It's what you have, and it's what you are. And when you are those things, and when you are able to share that with people, that's what makes you happy. It's the sharing of divinity and of love, and of service to others. So yeah, it's a big thing that makes me really happy. And doing this, and the consequences of these things are of these actions. So these things,
Yeah, and you made a lot of people happy today. Thank you for that.
Oh my goodness, it's really lovely. I like doing that because it just, when it comes so much from your heart, and it's out there, you can't sort of keep it in. So that's a big thing. It's your presence. It should be the thing that speaks before your mouth opens, or before your heart needs to be the thing that emanates the joy from you, and that's what speaks. That's what it's not so much for you to decide what your character so much is. It's like when you have that, it's almost people will speak of your character because you are these things, because you are love, because you are joy, because you are light in your presence. So, and you are of service to people genuinely, and very authentically so, then yeah, it's you're just like this big kid, you're serious, you have your job, you have these things, but I'm a big stirrer, I know that for sure. I absolutely bait my friends. I stir them, I will give them a handy, that kind of thing, and I can take that too. But having a good laugh, being service to others, yeah, definitely. So I hope you guys liked that.
Yeah.
I hope you did.
Thank you, Helen, for joining. Thank you for your share. Thank you for this beautiful moment and experience. And make sure you come back again, and we can have more of this.
Loving the show, loving the stuff that you're doing. Thank you so much to everybody as well, and to you. Peace, love,
Thank you.
I will see you again. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right. As you probably, maybe you do or don't, let me tell you that technically we are all frequency. Whatever we feel in this physical world, physical being, is frequency. What you see, what you smell, what you hear, what you feel, everything, the energy is transmitted through frequency. And even your mood, your happiness has a frequency, because the basic material of your body are the same, but the way that the brain cells combine these small pieces to make different things, like from serotonin to oxytocin or maybe epinephrine, they are a different stuff that are building up with the same small monomers or small pieces. And each of these things has different frequency. That's how when you see someone is happy, you see the glow. You can see the frequency in their face. And this is how frequency is important. So what you hear, what you eat, what you see, these are all important to keep your frequency in a level of happiness. Happiness has a frequency. And this magical Tibetan bowl that we just had this experience, it's kind of like snapshot. It just brings all your body to this frequency. It's like let's say alarm, that all your body feels, oh, I'm not in the frequency. Like this is it's kind of like a lighthouse to show you where is the actual right frequency, so it brings you back. And that's why when you hear the sound at the beginning, it's just what, why all your being just try to find the source of this sound, and we try to get aligned. It's kind of like help you. This is absolutely a shortcut. It can be maybe not permanent, but it is a shortcut to bring back your frequency on this happiness level. And because today we have had so many great shares, although we reached 95 minutes, I decided to continue maybe half an hour to talk to more people and more friends. And just to let you know that Fridays are happiness sessions. So we will have more happiness practices. It's just the beginning to build up the happy list. And next week and next week and next week on Fridays, we are going to talk more about happiness to keep the frequency high and how we can get back to our higher frequency. Let's see. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Yay. Tanya, how are you? Hi. Hold on. Hey, how are you?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, your gosh. Hi. What's Hi.
Our healer, how are you?
Yeah, thank you. I mean, you don't look like the best mood of talking about happiness. Let's just turn to the right, to the light and have a smile, and let's start over.
Hold on, guys. Wait. I'm actually extremely happy. So
Okay.
do not think I'm unhappy.
Okay.
Let me turn some light on.
Okay. And have the smile. Have the smile on.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. So thank you for joining. Hi, Rana. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm drinking my favorite drink, so it's a
Okay.
little tipsy here. But...
Okay. Take your time. So, you know what are we doing? We are making up a happy list, and to get to know what is on your top 3 happy list. What makes you happy? Simple, like we discussed. I don't know how long you've been here, but so what is on your list?
So I've been here the whole time, and I absolutely enjoyed the sound healing session. I just want to say, what's the name of the person again who did it?
Helen from Australia.
I'm sorry, I missed your name, Helen, but from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for allowing that and for having Helen, because literally today I was like, I have to buy a new bowl, because I have a bunch of singing bowls, but today I was like, I need a new bowl. And then when she actually did it just now, I was like, this is crazy, because that's confirmation that that's one thing that's going to make me happy. So I'm being guided to share a specific message tonight, and that's why I stuck it out. I have to be going out, but I waited, and I said I'm going to wait just in case I get on. So my message is not typical. So I can talk about typical things or share the message that I have, but my message is kind of deep. So if tonight is not the night for it, then I'll just skip it.
Tonight we're talking about happiness, and I think the deepest, the most natural, the state of being is happiness. And if there is, and the problem with happiness that we are now struggling with is that there are a lot of blind spots and illusions that they block our happiness.
Right.
And of course, and if you share is something that it can help us get over at least one of these blind spots, please, why not?
You're in luck tonight because that's exactly what I was intending to share. So, happiness is facing your demons and winning. Like, in a nutshell, that's when I found happiness in my life. Now, whatever happens, I'm not affected. Like, literally, because my sister, she was talking to me today, and she's like, there might be like a third war and stuff. And you know how people are like hooked on drama nowadays, and they always want to recycle that. I got to a point where if I watch the news or if someone tells me someone died, I'm not going to be affected. And some people might perceive that as emotional coldness or you're disconnected from people, but it's the energy of pure Tao. And the energy of pure Tao is the pure happiness frequency. That's the level that you reach right before you get to consciousness. Because so literally they're telling you on that scale by Hawkins, he's telling you happiness brings you consciousness. Because many times you think that you have to battle all of your demons in sadness. And that's not true. You could be battling many demons, guys, because I'm looking at the comments and I'm reading what everyone is writing. You can be battling hundreds of demons, and if your soul is on a higher frequency, and if you have a bigger life purpose, you're going to be battling a lot more demons. Your test is going to be harder. So what I want to tell everyone tonight, trying to find happiness in music, trying to soothe yourself as if you were a kid. The question I always ask myself, I imagine Rana, a child, when I get sad or when I have an issue. And Rana just came home and she told me about the issue she had. And what would I do if I was Rana's mom? What would I do to comfort Rana? And that's exactly what I do. That's exactly what I do. If it means taking a Snuggie and wrapping yourself in a blanket to reduce my anxiety, I do that. If it means buying myself a home-cooked meal by my favorite restaurant to remind myself of my ancestors and my Egyptian and Lebanese food, that's what I do. If it means taking a risk and shutting down my business for 2 weeks, and literally I called my assistant and I said, listen, I don't want you to take any reservations unless someone is suicidal or a couple are deciding to divorce. These are the only 2 situations I'm going to pick up the phone, I'm going to talk. So for Valentine's Day, I'm single, and I do not have an intention of meeting someone, and I do not have an intention of taking any dates. However, I traveled to another city that's 5 hours away, and I'm proud and happy of myself for doing that, because I'm finding Rana, and that's pure happiness to me. I'm not afraid of what's going to happen. I'm not afraid of, am I going to be alone for the rest of my life? I decided to bring my drinks, bring my chocolate, buy myself a beautiful red dress. And I said, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go all out this weekend. And I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate the fact that now I'm not afraid of my sadness. I can cry my eyes out, and I can get up, take a shower, put a mask on, put my makeup, and go out and have fun. And then I can come back again and do more healing. So the fact that you are in a low point doesn't mean that's permanent. That low point is here to bring you to a happy place. Because memories, bad memories, and traumas from the past are like dead weight that you're carrying. It's almost like someone wrapped stones or rocks around you. And you are less happy if, it doesn't matter how much you have in life. If you have these rocks wrapped around your stomach and you're walking with these rocks, there's no way you're going to be as happy as you should be. The universe wants you to be happy, guys. The universe has no purpose in trying to break us or pain us or take love away from us. The universe wants people to be happy and in love, because that's the frequency where you are the most productive and the most loving towards others. So that being said, if you're going through a tough time right now, that's the universe's way of loving you and telling you, hey, buddy, you got something, you got a wound in there that you didn't address, because your subconscious is focused on having you avoid pain because it's trying to protect your ego self. However, in the long run, avoiding that pain reduces your happiness, and it's almost like having on like gray glasses. Everything is in color, but you can't see the colors because your glasses are gray. So when you take these gray glasses off, you're like, you know what? Pain isn't as scary as I painted it to be. Like, I sit with my demons. Like, people might call me crazy tonight, and I don't care because they know I'm crazy. But I sit with my demons every time I'm sad, and I say, what do you want to tell me? What are you trying to teach me? What's your name? And then my demon says, my name is hate. Okay. Where did you come from, hate? And so hate tells me, I come from your ancestors because at some point people decided to fight over land instead of living like good neighbors. And then I look at myself and I say, where does hate come out in Rana? Hate comes out in Rana when she's trying to get a promotion, and so she starts competing to death with her coworkers and starts hating them, even though we were friends just a second ago. But because we're competing over the same promotion, I decided to hate that person.
And you were thinking about quitting your job.
Exactly. But you know what I said, Iman? And pardon me if you want me to call you doctor, I gladly would.
You can call me whatever you want.
I see you as a healer. I'd like to call you healer, Iman, because I don't like the word doctor. Doctor is a societal title. Doctors are healers. So, quitting my job, I sat with myself. And my demon was called fear. I was afraid of the negativity that people are pushing onto me. But when I sat down and I brought myself back to the happy frequency, I thought about all the patients who would be heartbroken to not see me the next day. I thought about all the progress that we made over the past few months, all the people who have taken off their wounds right in front of my eyes. And I could see them. I saw their pain. And that's a lot of trust. If someone trusts you to a point where they reveal their wounds to you, that's the purest form of love that you ever can get to.
That is the point that I believe we all need to remember, that this is crazy that people say, do what you love, and just do what you love. In order to be able to do what you love, you must do so many things that you hate. You love to heal, so you need to stay in that circumstances, that environment, and deal with all these people, because your passion is to heal, and what you're doing is, you see the purpose. That's in hospital, let's say, my experience. The first thing comes is patient interest. There's nothing higher than my patient interest, and all the conflict in workplace, they are in the back seat because my patient interest comes first. I let's say, I compromise. I tolerate all these unpleasant behaviors, environments, because I know what I want. I love to heal. This is my passion. So I keep doing it despite all these other things that, okay, so it's not about, because I love healing. This is my passion. So I leave this workplace to do something else. You see the outcome, you see the end result. Now you know what to do, even if you don't love them.
That's the sweet pain, right? The pain of being on your feet and seeing people scream and die for 18 and 20 and 24 straight hours without any sleep or food, and you are still happy. So I guess we can say that pain out of love is pure happiness, but pain out of ego is also pure hell. When are you in pain out of hell? That means you're resisting. Pain is the product of trauma plus resistance. Trauma plus resistance equals pain. The reason why so many people in the chat room are talking about their pain because you are resisting something. The universe is trying to break your shell. So if you're in pain right now, allow yourself to be broken. Allow yourself to say, look at my eyes, guys. On my videos, I put on makeup to hide these dark circles. I usually don't look like this. I have these dark circles because I am crying out all of my traumas from the past, because I finally got to a safe space between four walls where I can heal myself properly because I'm no longer being abused. So now I have to sit and I have to be weak in silence and in privacy. But at the same time, I have to learn to go out to the world and trust that there's going to be more people who love me. There's going to be more people who heal me. There's going to be people that I need to heal for in order to step out and heal them. So if you're in pain, if you're not happy, that means you are resisting out of ego. Allow yourself to be broken. You will not die. I promise you. I'm the prime example. I didn't die. I resurrected. You're going to come out on the other side. And I don't want to take up too much time, but thank you guys for listening, and thank you, Iman.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for your share. Thank you for sharing your vulnerability. And it was really nice to hear from you. Enjoy the rest of your healing process.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's, everyone.
Thank you. Bye. All right. We might be able to have one more guest to reach our 2 hours. Before we get there, I have a couple of announcements to make. This Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our laughter session online on Zoom call, free laughter session with Yurt. People who already been here on last Monday and Monday before, they know what I'm talking about. To sign up for that event, I know that he said there are limited spots, so make sure that you don't leave it for the last minute because it might be sold out. I don't know. It's free, but I don't know. But I cannot find any other word for that. How to sign up? I put it on my stories. I put it on my bio on TikTok and Instagram for next couple of days. So you can use the link to sign up for laughter session. Look for this on my link tree. Sign up for laughter session. I was about to break my mirror. So that is one announcement. Make sure you join. So 1 hour, we will have laughter session on a Zoom call with with music and everything. It's just going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to that. Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that would be great for friends like all around the world, maybe Europe, West Coast, Middle East, everywhere. And one more. Yeah, so we talk about healthy eating, frequency, and when Rana mentioned this dark circle, I want to talk about Juice Plus again because I used to have this dark circle 2 months ago. I don't know if you remember or not, like a big one. And after taking this amazing Juice Plus that I'm taking, it will help a lot. I mean, the other day in a meeting, I mentioned that we don't need to sit here hours to talk about how good it is to have fruits and vegetables every day. What I'm offering you is a fruit salad in a capsule, a vegetable salad in a capsule, a berry salad, and all the omegas that universe can offer in a capsule in very affordable, easy taking way. And this today, tomorrow, and Sunday, I'm going to clean up my schedule to have some one-on-one session with you guys. If you want to get to know more about this Juice Plus, I will put a link. I already have the link on my bio, the schedule, a Juice Plus call. It will be just us, me, and whoever booked this call. Make sure you check the list of the countries that there are 20 plus countries available. We can talk about what your expectation is, and this is something that you might be interested in or not. weekend is not available to book, but I will open the schedule for weekend this weekend. Make sure you book your call like 15 minutes if you want. After this call, I will open the weekends as well. So here we go. That is my part of helping you to have a healthier, better lifestyle. And I will do my job, my part, as much as I can. The rest is on yours. And let's see. Tonight we are talking about happiness, your happy list, what makes you happy, and I am kind of like, it's not easy to pick your last guest. There's so many people. Make sure, guys, you can join all the time. Next time we keep talking this happiness talk. And what makes me happy? I already said that, but I will. Hello, ceiling. Oh, hi.
Let me see if I can put this.
Oh, okay.
My name is Lisa. It's nice to meet you. I have a deaf adult daughter.
Wow. My name is Iman. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, that is beautiful to have you here.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Doctor.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I just washed my dishes and cleaned up my art supplies, and I probably will get them back out. So my
Wow.
house will be a mess again.
Yeah.
But
I'm so happy to have you here.
thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Okay.
Here.
Here. Here. Happy to be here. You know, I started to learn it's ASL about maybe like less than a year ago, and I'm just still practicing it every day, trying to like learn word by word, and yeah, it's really nice.
You do very well.
Thank you.
My Emily,
Mm-hmm.
that's her deaf name.
Mm-hmm.
She went to RIT, and Maya, stop. Sorry, she is a very loud husky.
Oh, husky. Yeah, trust me, I had husky. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, she's beautiful. She's beautiful.
Beautiful.
But
But
loud.
she's loud. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Trust me. That there must be a reason that they call them husky.
She is a little husky girl, actually.
Mhm.
A little chubby.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right. So, what is on your list, Lisa? Thank you for joining again. So, I think I missed. Where are you connecting from?
I am in the woods of Western New York.
Western New York.
In deep snow right now.
Mhm. Yeah, I can tell. I know. This is
Yeah.
like the same here. Lisa from New York and the Western New York. And what is on your happy list?
Well, I haven't felt too happy lately. Had a lot of not so great things happen that I'm not going to get into. But I kind of like the word joy a little better, because I think for me, from my spirituality, it's God's mercies are new every day. And he said, weeping and crying will last through the night, but in the morning you'll have new joys. So I think choosing joy is a better thing. And as an empath, I find, and a healer like yourself, I find living your purpose is one of the things that brings me the most joy. And sometimes when we're healers and empathic people, we encounter a lot of sorrow for other people, and learning how not to bring that totally into your body, into your mind, and into your spirit, and keeping your empathy without it hurting you is a good thing. But I think there's a lot of negativity in the world. And so even if you have good boundaries, people who are wounded will find you no matter what, and you can't hide from it. So I kind of equate it to the movie Inside Out, the children's movie. So I didn't embrace it till really I saw that movie, and I thought, I kept identifying with little Sadness, the little blue character. And without her, without those downtimes, without that adversity in our life, we're not going to grow to our potentials, and we're not going to feel the intense love and community that we get to experience, not every day, but a lot of the times. So I kind of see it as we have a job to do, even when we don't feel joyous. So sometimes you have to find joy in the midst of the chaos and the misery. So, you know, for me, joy is peace and tranquility and nature, you know, helping others, obviously. I love people, but I love them mostly one-on-one or in small groups. Otherwise, it can be a little overwhelming for myself. So I like the way you said that dancing and art and music are things we do to temporarily help us feel better. So that's why I think happiness or joy is really a choice. And sometimes it's a hard choice to make, you know, so I lost my spiritual mentor to cancer a few years ago. And so she always would say God spoke to her when she'd see birds, when she's shoveling snow and she sees birds. So I saw a flash of blue outside of my window and like, that is not a blue jay. What is that? And it was a bluebird. And I said, no way, it's February. There are no bluebirds here. They'd be out in the fields if they were here by the water. So then today I saw 2 of them, and then today I saw 4 of them. So yeah, I mean, that to me is like joy, the joy of creation, and part of that creation is people, you know, and learning to love them even when we're not so lovable. At some point, none of us are very lovable. So yeah, peace brings me joy, and family, and helping other people, and sometimes my animals.
Sometimes my animal. Yeah,
Just not so much.
I love your share about we can you know, I was about to start talking about, I mean, at the end, to talk about three different state of, like, let's say pleasure, happiness, and then joy. I think this is like the journey to take these 3 states, 3 levels, and I love it that you brought it up. And what have you ever? I mean, so I'm sure that you have already experienced. Like, what is the connection between sign language and happiness to you? Do you feel anything like special about it?
Very joyous, and some of it is it really opened my world to another culture, you know. And my poor daughter like, our kids go to such a small school. My son graduated with 37 kids in a K through 12 school, and it's a wonderful school, but here in the middle of the woods there's not a lot of people. So she was the first deaf person who was at her school, and even I didn't really learn sign language, and I felt really bad about that. So it was an absolute gift from God when one night, one night when my children were with their dad, I got a phone call from RIT and found out that people who are deaf and hard of hearing can go for half tuition at Rochester Institute of Technology. So, and it was late, it was March. So she had already been to different colleges and it wasn't even on our radar. And the one thing that I got when the interpreter was talking to us at the deaf college was, he's like, how did we not know about you? And I was like, wait, I'm like, you called us. And I'm like, I guess it was a God thing. And that's all I really knew at the time. Like, it was a God thing.
Yeah.
So being there, and it's so expressive, and the kids are so grateful. And even though it's a tight culture, and sometimes some areas can be a little standoffish, but they're very vulnerable. You know, it's like, and then I realized my patients, my older patients who were hard of hearing, or anybody with any disability, we can talk about Alzheimer's and all of these things that separate us. But how many times have we all looked at Grandpa and said, oh, hi, Grandpa, and we screamed at him and he still doesn't hear us when his hearing aids are squealing. And we're just like, okay, and then he sits in the corner, totally disengaged from other people. So unless you're the kind of person that is kind of a wallflower or feels invisible, you just don't understand. And so learning sign language just like kind of opens their world and your world, and it bridges gaps. And and these kids were just so loving and appreciative, and they're like my kids now. I love every one of them. So I just think it's a beautiful, expressive language. And I think it does connect people.
I think sign language is the most powerful language in the world. Over 400 million people use sign language around the world. And something about sign language is that it's my personal belief that you don't sign it if you don't mean it.
Yeah, it's so expressive.
I mean,
you know,
even
like you're supposed to furrow your brows.
Yeah. So in our conversation, we might say things that we don't mean. We don't even look at each other when we talk. You're engaging with something else. You just say something else. I didn't mean it. I mean, but when sign language is, you practice to sit in front of each other. Sometimes maybe you hold the hand to talk. Okay, let's talk. Now this is the best way. Now we are connected. Now we're ready to talk. Let's just, okay. Now it's a practice for all of us to, if you are going to engage in a conversation, be present and with all your being, not just your words. Be there, look at them, engage in a conversation and see the feeling. Like, I'm so happy. No, if you're happy, it's sign language. It's not just your hand, it's all your face. And if you're happy, you should show it, like this is it exactly. When you're sign, you mean it. And it's a beautiful experience to me.
Did you? I have a good song for you. Well, there's so many. I want to start signing at my church, Chocolate Church. I always forget which one is which. So I took a couple classes locally and had to pick a song for the presentation in my beginner class. I picked for King and Country's Joy. It was really hard because it was really fast, but it's nice because it's like, I choose joy, and you really get into it. And that, like you said, just signing, it kind of makes that happiness, even if it's a little thread that you have in there, it makes it kind of bubble to the surface because you're like, somebody else's life is more miserable than mine, so snap yourself out of it.
Well, yeah. So thank you for joining me today. It was a pleasure to talk to you. I'm now kind of like worried about Maya. She hasn't said anything for a while.
I know, right?
Okay. Yeah. So
it's okay.
Yeah.
She just got tired. She got tired of barking.
Well, thank you for joining. It was a pleasure to talk to you. Make sure you join back again, and we can share more. We can talk later.
I will. Maybe I'll bring some deaf and hard of hearing people the next time.
Yeah, and we have this game night at weekend, so maybe you can have like you do your team and we can play together. That would be fun.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Awesome.
Thank you again.
Thank you for joining. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Have a great night. Thank you. Bye. All right. Oh, that was something. That was beautiful experience to me. Thank you. Let's just wrap it up now. Folks, it's over 2 hours that we're sitting here talking, and I can see that many friends are waiting. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much. But this topic is not over. Happiness is going to be our Friday's topic every week. We talk about happiness. This week we try to build up this happy list. I am going to ask you to do this for yourself. Create a list of things that make you happy. And then when you look at them, first of all, you learn that these are simple things. Over, I guess, like 15 people, I make notes, pages of notes. No one said when I buy a new car, makes me happy, or I do the fancy thing, or if I get this luxury house. Of course, they are good to do, but happiness is simpler than that. Happiness is your natural birthright, and these small things are what takes your mind out of unhappiness and bring you back to your default setting, which is happiness. For me, I go through my list again, maybe a couple of things. Waking up early in the morning, talk to elderly people, fixing something makes me happy, and having a good meal, of course, makes me happy. Having a good walk and listening to music, writing a poem, reading a good poem makes me happy. Listening to birds singing makes me happy. Looking at children makes me happy. These things makes me happy because these things bring me back to my default state. There is fun or pleasure, happiness, and joy. Many things that we discussed today are pleasure or fun, like music, exercise. These are pleasure, but in a controlled level, they are good. They help us to change the state from misery to happiness. These are snaps that help us to change the mood. Okay, but we need to be mindful about control and using them in, like as painkiller. This is a difference between pleasure and happiness. So we use pleasure to get out of the state of unhappiness and misery, but happiness is our default state. But joy is, I think, the greatest thing that can happen to anyone is joy. And joy is to be constantly in happiness state, regardless of whatever life offers you. Maybe somehow, maybe artists, great philosophers, somehow they live the joy state all the time. So I wish we all get to that level of constant happiness. And that is what we are trying to do. Next week, we are going to talk more about details and things that are, because you already know how to be happy. We are going to talk about things that keep us back, hold us back of being happy. And next week, we talk about more obstacles. Well, thank you all for watching me, and I hope you enjoyed this show. I did absolutely enjoy it. And tomorrow night I will be here with our game night. I hope that you can join me and we can enjoy together. Let's call the night. Thank you all. Make sure you sign up for laughter session on Sunday on my bio, and for Juice Plus call on my bio as well. I will open new time for Juice Plus soon.